Well, Cannon set the tone. He pitched a great game. He pitched deep into the game. We needed him to go that far. We're hoping that would occur. He had great stuff, and then Cooper was great coming out of the pen. Our execution game, the hit and runs, got our offense going and our scoring. We continue to leave runners in scoring position. And that's baseball. At some point that turns. I just hope it's soon.
Questions?
See Cannon going out there, the first couple of pitches, trying to find the zone, and then the second inning, it just looked like you got in a really nice rhythm. Was it just trying to figure out the zone and where he was going to call things, or?
Yeah, he had a pretty true zone, so learning that quick was nice for me. But as I told Yankee earlier, that skipped Texas before the game and said, get ahead, stay ahead, and compete. So that's kind of what I was telling myself before every batter, and it just kind of carried into the performance.
Go ahead.
Coach already talked about it, you going deep into the game. Was that kind of your mindset, too, to get to the 6th, 7th inning, and then just let whoever in the bullpen do it?
Yeah, definitely. Try and take some of the weight off the bullpen so we can have them later in the weekend.
So did you realize, the first ground ball, and Harry makes a great diving stop, for the infield hit. Somebody said, that's an error, right? We can revisit that later, but, he just looked like the command was just, I'm going to throw whatever I want when I want. Is that kind of the plan?
Yeah, it definitely was. It was just one of those days where I was feeling really good. Felt like I could throw anything wherever I wanted for the most part.
And then Chase, for you, it seemed like defensively, offensively, you were watching, ready to go tonight. Kind of what was the offensive mindset for not just you, but the whole team tonight?
We were definitely focused on executing and moving runners up and scoring them, especially when we had runners on second. And I think we did somewhat of a good job. We can still do better. The next coming games we'll do a lot better, but I think we executed very well.
For you guys, Chase, there were so many great plays in the infield tonight. Was it more of a concentrated effort, like, hey, let's not let anything through the infield? Was that something that you guys talked about at all?
Yeah, definitely. We really pride ourselves on being a good defensive club, and Caleb Farmer showed out, Harrison showed out, Stubbs, me. We had a really good defensive day, and the main point was being focused and locked in, and I think we were.
When we talked to West Texas, it's kind of fun to see the two best third basemen in the region kind of going toe-to-toe. And, Caleb's like, I'm going to smother this ball. Their guys knocking down balls. It was kind of fun just to kind of sit back and appreciate two really good ball players right there.
Yeah, both of them really had good games defensively, didn't they? And Caleb making that diving play to his left in the 9th, that's big. That's a leadoff runner on, and, we don't know what happens, but that's a big play.
When Cooper comes in, you've got the bases loaded, one out. He gives up the single, but then after that, you could just kind of tell a gear shifted in his head. It's like they're getting nothing else.
Yeah, Coop's been in a great rhythm out of the bullpen, hasn't he? He's been real good. We had no doubt that I told him, you're going to follow Cannon at whatever point that is. I told him to be ready early, worst case scenario, and to be locked in, don't get caught off guard, mentally. And then Cannon just dealt and kept going and going. And for a while there, I thought maybe we could ride Cannon all the way through 9. But he did his job. He kept us in the game. That's what we asked these guys to do. And our offense is going to pop here real soon and relieve the pressure on some of these pitchers. But as long as our guys are, getting ahead, staying ahead, and competing, I like our chances.
It seemed like you guys were kind of able to execute everything offensively tonight in the short term of the game. How important is that heading deeper into the postseason where you face teams like St. Edwards and West Texas, where you don't really see them often and you don't know what their pitchers are going to do?
Yeah, it's important because as you advance on, the teams get better, there's more at stake, and you have to be able to, manufacture runs. I was talking to Paul Koss, who's the site rep here at Colorado Christian coach, and, Metro got beat today in the second game 26-5. Angelo put 26 runs up, but he said they didn't hit a home run, and I mean, you don't have to hit home runs to win. You have to execute the game, and you have to play the game better than the other team. And so we're just going to try to do that.
Ken, in a close game like today, does that help keep you even more focused?
I would say so. It's definitely easier to lose your focus in a blowout. It definitely forces you to stay locked in and keep competing hard.
You know, Hayden's home run gave him 30, which I think is the National League now for all classifications. And it's one of those things where, you know, it's like one hit, and it just kind of not really broke the ice, but it's like everybody's like, okay, you know, now we can go execute and do what we need to.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I was concerned at the start of the game. The guys were running a little rich. You know, we got them in the clubhouse and told them, hey, you need to bring it down a little bit and turn that energy into focus. You know, because they were excited to play, which is good. We just didn't want to be sloppy, and I don't think we were. You know, we played good defense. We got to run on the board right away. We always try to score first, and we did. And you know, Chase had an outstanding hit and run on a ball, probably out of the zone. He got on top of it. It was outstanding. And who had the other hit and run? Stubbings had the other hit and run that Chase scored from first. You know, and that got us rolling. And so proud of those guys.
you know, a couple times, Chase, I think you let off an inning. And how I mean, obviously it's crucial to get on base. But I mean, you were finding just the right holes today. And you guys looked like you were patient, and you're also kind of waiting on a couple of pitches. Was it just an approach that everybody talked about?
Yeah, I mean, we talk a lot about getting your pitch and hammering your pitch, and I was just waiting for it, regardless of the count, and going up leadoff, I think 1 inning. My job is just to get on regardless, whether that be a walk, hit by pitch, anything, and I was glad I was able to do that.
Frankie Law or
No. Day.
Day? That's right. It's the second game. Sorry. Well, you know, there's 2 days. There's 2 tomorrow, so.
Yeah,
at
there's
some
2 tomorrow.
point. So, kind of nice. You know, now you know it's a best of 3,
Yep.
and it's almost like a normal
Series.
weekend
Yeah.
now.